Hello, and welcome to episode 105 of Rivers Arcade Review. My name is Ed. My channel is dedicated to the coin-operated video games of yesteryear. Today I'll be reviewing a game from my past, Joust. Joust was released in 1982 by Williams. My first time playing this game was at Funtime Square in hometown Illinois. Joust is a platform game in which you control a yellow knight on a flying ostrich with a two-way left-right joystick and a flap button. You need to fly your ostrich around the playfield doing battle with enemy knights on flying buzzards. You need to defeat these enemy knights without being knocked off your own steed. The game begins with your ostrich at the bottom center of the playfield. Pressing the flap button will cause your ostrich to fly. The more times you press the button, the faster your ostrich will flap his wings and the higher he will fly. You need to fly around the playfield to beat the enemy knights. The playfield consists of multiple platforms. There will be a ground floor which will consist of a platform in the center, a small platform in the center of the playfield approximately one-third of the way up, two platforms on the outside edges about halfway up, another platform in the center of the playfield about one-third from the top, and two platforms on the outside just about the height of the center platform. The bottom platform will have a bridge that will cover a lava pit on the outer edges of the first level. There will be 4 materialization pads that the enemies as well as your knight will appear from. If you fly off the edge of the screen, you will automatically reappear on the opposite side of the playfield. Once your ostrich appears, you will get the display Wave 1 Prepare to Joust, then the phrase Buzzard Bait. Then one by one, red knights called Bounders will appear from the materialization pads until there are 3 enemies on screen. When battling the enemy knights, you need to hit them, although to win the battle, your lance needs to be higher than the enemy's lance. If your lance is above the enemy will be defeated and an egg will appear and their buzzard will fly off screen. The knightless buzzards are harmless to your character. You need to grab the egg before it hatches into a new, harder knight. Once an egg hatches, a new buzzard will fly onto the screen and land near the new knight, and once it gets near the knight, it will mount the buzzard and begin attacking you. You can still collect the new knight before it mounts the buzzard. You will earn points for collecting the eggs as well as bonus points for collecting them before they hit the ground. Although if your lance is lower than the enemies, you will lose the battle and your knight will disappear and your ostrich will fly off the playfield and you will lose the life. If the lances are at equal height, it will be a draw and both you and the enemy will bounce off each other and fly off in the opposite direction. Once you defeat all the enemies and collect their eggs, you will advance to the next round. This round will be a survival wave, which means if you can clear the level without losing a life, you will earn bonus points. This level will consist of 4 red bounders to battle. In addition to everything else, the lava will rise up in the lava pit, although it'll still be okay to walk on the bridge. Level 2 and every 5 levels thereafter will be a survival wave. At the beginning of level 3, a flame will come out of the lava pit and burn the bridge. Once this happens, you need to fly over the lava pit or you'll fall in and lose a life. This level will consist of 6 red bounders to battle. Level 4 will bring 2 new enemies. The first new enemy to materialize will be the Grey Hunters. These hunters will be harder to destroy because they fly faster as well as have better control of their flight. You can defeat the hunters the same way you defeated the bounders. This level will have 3 bounders and 3 hunters at the beginning of the level. The second new enemy will be the lava troll. The lava troll has a large dismembered hand that will reach out of the lava and try to grab your ostrich and pull it into the lava, costing you a life. It is possible to break the grip of the lava troll by flapping quickly, although it is difficult if not impossible, especially on the later waves. The good news is, the lava troll also grabs the enemy buzzards as well, which can help you clear the level, although you won't earn any points if the lava troll destroys an enemy. Defeating all the enemies on the 4th level will bring you to the egg wave. This wave is a bonus wave in which the platforms will have 12 eggs randomly placed throughout the playfield. You need to collect these eggs before they hatch and become enemy knights. Once all the eggs are collected or enemies destroyed, the level will end. You'll face the egg wave beginning on level 5 and every 5 levels thereafter. On level 6, the top center platform will disappear. Other than the platform disappearing, this level will play like level 4. Level 7 will have the 2 upper platforms on the outside disappear. This will also be another survival wave. You will also face 6 enemies, although this time there will only be 2 bounders and 4 hunters. Level 8 will bring a new enemy to face. There will be a warning at the beginning of the level stating, "Beware of the unbeatable pterodactyl." As you can see, the word unbeatable is in quotation marks as well as a question mark behind it. As the enemy knights begin to materialize, a pterodactyl will enter from either side of the playfield at the bottom. You need to avoid this pterodactyl because it doesn't matter the height of your lance because it will defeat your knight, although there is a caveat. It is possible to defeat the pterodactyl, although there is no room for error. You need to be facing the pterodactyl, and you need to hit it perfectly in the mouth, causing it to choke and be destroyed. It is possible to position yourself at the beginning of the level to have the pterodactyl fly into your lance and destroy itself. If you stand on the center platform near the middle, the pterodactyl will fly right into your lance and be destroyed. Whether you destroy the pterodactyl or not, you will face 6 hunters. This will be the first wave. Bounders won't appear at the beginning of the wave. As wave 9 begins, the medium center platform will disappear. This wave will have another 6 hunters materialize at the beginning of the wave. Other than the disappearing platforms, this level will play like the others. Before wave 10 begins, all missing platforms will reappear, then you will have another egg wave. On wave 11, you will once again battle 3 bounders and 3 hunters. For wave 12, the lower center platform will disappear. This will also be another survival wave, and this time you will face 8 enemies altogether, 2 bounders and 6 hunters. Wave 13 will be another pterodactyl wave. Just like the previous one, you need to avoid the pterodactyl. Since the middle center platform is now missing, you need to properly position your ostrich at the bottom level to beat the pterodactyl. Standing on the 6th digit of your score, you will be properly lined up to defeat the pterodactyl, although this position only works if the lower middle platform is missing. Wave 14 you will be battling 8 hunters. Other than that, nothing special about this wave. Wave 15 will be another egg wave with all the platforms returning. Wave 16 will bring a new enemy. This wave will have 5 hunters and 1 blue shadow lord. The shadow lords will take longer to materialize, allowing them to be invulnerable until they move. They will often wait until you are away from the pad, giving them time to attack you. The Shadow Lord will be the hardest knight you will need to deal with. This enemy will make faster ascents and dives, making it harder to defeat them. Wave 17 will be another survival wave with the same enemy count as before. Wave 18 will be another pterodactyl wave, although now there will be 2 pterodactyls at the beginning of the wave. Wave 19 will consist of 4 hunters as well as 2 shadow lords, and level 20 will be another egg wave. After wave 20, the levels will repeat, although at a harder difficulty, including levels with only shadow lords at the beginning, as well as 3 pterodactyls for the pterodactyl wave. The waves ending with a 1 will be slightly easier than the ones before the most previous egg wave. This game also has a 2-player simultaneous mode. During the 2-player mode, the second player will control a blue knight and a large stork. This mode can be either cooperative or competitive. Gameplay is identical except the survival wave has been replaced by the team wave. If you complete the team waves without defeating the other player, you will earn a cooperation bonus, although if either player defeats the other player, whether accidentally or intentionally, there will be no bonus. You do not have to finish this team wave with a single life to get the bonus. In addition to the team waves, level 4 and every 5 levels thereafter will be a gladiator wave. During the gladiator wave, players will earn a bounty for dismounting the other player. This bounty is only offered to the first player to successfully dismount the other player. Some tips and tricks for this game include the following. Due to the realistic gravity this game provides, when you stop pressing the flat button, your bird will stay in the air slightly before descending. Although if you bounce off the bottom of the platform, you will descend faster than gravity alone. When walking or running on a platform, letting go of the joystick won't stop you from moving. You need to move the joystick in the opposite direction to stop. It is also possible to squeeze through the small gap on the right lower platform by bouncing your bird on its belly. If you do this, it will squeeze through the gap safely. After losing your life, when your bird materializes, it is temporarily invulnerable until you move the joystick or tap the flat button. Although this is not a timed game, if you don't finish the waves in a timely fashion, the pterodactyl will appear and hunt you down. The pterodactyl will remain on the playfield until you destroy it or you clear the wave. There can be up to 3 pterodactyls on screen at a time. There was a bug in early versions of the game in which if a bounder was caught by the lava troll and gets stuck trying to fly out, you could stand on the lower center platform safely and have the pterodactyls fly into your lance for easy points. Although, this glitch was removed in later releases. Scoring for the game is as follows. You'll earn 500 points for defeating each red bounder, 750 points for defeating each gray hunter, and 1500 points for defeating each blue shadow lord. You'll earn 1000 points for defeating the pterodactyl, and you will earn 50 points for losing a life. You'll earn 250, 500, 750, and 1000 points progressively for collecting each egg. The progression resets at the beginning of each wave or when you lose a life. In addition, each player will have their own progression for egg points. For example, if player 1 grabs the first egg, they will receive 250 points, then the second player grabs the second egg, they will also receive 250 points, then the first player grabs the third egg, they will receive 500 points. Each player will receive a 500 point bonus for grabbing an egg before it hits the ground. You'll earn 3,000 points for completing the survival wave without losing a life, 3,000 points for each player collecting a team wave without killing off the other player, and 3,000 points for killing the other player in a gladiator wave, although this bounty is for the first time a player does this per gladiator wave. I really enjoyed playing this game, although I never got good at it, but I highly recommend playing it, whether in an arcade setting or on an emulator. I enjoyed this game more than Robotron 2084, but not as much as Centipede, so Joust flaps its way into the 30th position overall.
Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any games you'd like me to review, please leave a message below or on my homepage. Please remember to hit like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned to new videos every Wednesday and Sunday.